Welcome, dear friends. Here we are with another Learning with Emmanuel moment here at the Spiritual Side of Richmond. We have been bringing to you a few messages from the Spirit Emmanuel through the mediumship of Franscisco Candido Xavier. And today's message comes from the book Words of Life Eternal. Remember, we are going through different chapters with a goal of learning and studying together. And this message, excuse me, I have to correct something here, is called Let Us Begin Anew. And who does not want sometimes to begin anew? Each day, each moment, as I was reviewing this translation for us, I was inspired to check on the book On the Way, the Truth, and the Life. And the first chapter on the book is about time. And in the same format as this book, Words of Life Eternal comes to us first as a Bible quote, which in this case is Matthew 9, verse 16, which says, no one puts a patch of new cloth on an old garment. And as Emmanuel explains in the preface, he will capture different verses of the New Testament and he will bring it, the teachings of Spiritism and Jesus, through this, a deeper understanding and explanation for you and I. So the first chapter is about beginning anew. Dear friends, no matter where you are in life, you are given today an opportunity to begin anew. We've been given an opportunity to start new the moment we accepted the challenge of reincarnation, and we were granted by God, with the guidance of the superior spirits, the tools to be here today. Those tools include our physical body. Therefore, it's very important that we see the value of time each and every day of our life. So let's see what Emmanuel has to say. Some passages, we're not doing the whole thing, we're just doing parts of it. He says, do not cling to bitter memories, right? Sometimes we do cling to bitter memories. We all do. As imperfect spirits, we still are. Then he will give us examples. You saw the dream fall apart. You heard the answer steeped in bitterness. You endured the desertion of those you loved most. You reaped abandonment. You suffered disappointment. Many of these scenarios you and I experience each and every day of our lives, right? He said, yet to begin again or to restart is a blessing within God's law. Jesus suffered, right? Answers steeped in bitterness, desertion of those who he loved. Remember, Peter negated him a few times. He reaped abandonment, right? We murdered him. We left him to die on the cross. Yet, he's beginning anew each and every day. He was a Christ spirit by the time he came to show us the way, the truth, and the life. To show us he was the way, the truth, and the life. And he's starting anew each and every day. Each and every day as we post this between 6:30 and 7 in the morning, we want to think about, now that I'm starting my day, I see the sunrise, another opportunity to begin anew. He says it's a blessing. We all get that opportunity. Now he's going to give us examples of things in nature that begin anew every day. The possibility of the ear of corn lies in the seed. Water turned to vapor, returns to the clouds to enrich the spring. Each morning, the horizon glows anew with the splendor of the sun, renewing the value of the day, right? Each morning, the sun is there. Even if it's raining or cloudy, the sun is there. The place where superior spirits meet and the emanations of their minds reach us in the form of energy. That gives us the ability to have the physical life, the carbon-based life we have in this lifetime on this earth. From January to January, the year renews itself, offering a new cycle for work. As we go here through autumn and winter, Thanksgiving and Christmas holiday season, we start thinking about, in January, we make plans, right? And that's an opportunity, new cycle for us to restart. As autumn and winter comes, those are the times to slow down, to introspect, to think about the things we want to accomplish, do a review of what we already have, and plan for what we have next. As if everything in nature is saying, I wish you. If you wish, you may begin again. So yes, friend, we can recoup the time. We can't recoup the time because time passes, but we can begin again. We can begin again treating ourselves better. We can begin again by forgiving one another. We can begin again by making amends with those who we need to in this life. Let's not delay. And he says, however, the divine friend, that's Jesus, said no one profits from putting a new patch on an old cloth. Therefore, so what should we do? He says, rid yourself of what's no longer useful. Free yourself from what serves no purpose. Let's talk about our physical lives. What around you is no longer useful? Clothes, things, furniture, places, friendships, right? They've met their cycle. Free yourself from what serves no purpose. Let's think about our emotional and psychological lives, grievances, resentment, failing in our endeavors, shame. None of that serves us except for learning, and then we move on. Forget the mistakes that assailed you. Does that mean we're not going to answer for the mistakes? No, but we don't keep torturing ourselves by reliving something that happened in the past. Cast away unproductive affliction. So something that afflicts us is unproductive. We let go. We learn to let go. And he says, let us begin again. Then any endeavor with firmness, remembering that all things return except the forgotten opportunity, which is always a true loss. So as we go through this day, let's think about renewing ourselves, trying again, seeking the opportunity of improving ourselves each and every day. Dear friends, I hope these moments together allow us, all of us, in both realms. We can always gather with our friends in the spiritual realm. Allowing us to do what? To renew, refresh, reevaluate, and move on. May today be a blessed day. May you follow through your renewal. May you start anew with new feelings, new thoughts, new ideas, new actions, new behaviors, so that we can be better tomorrow. Okay? God willing, I'll be back with you for another learning with Emmanuel, with another chapter from one of the books of Emmanuel, psychographed by the medium Franscisco Candido Xavier. Have a blessed day.